Hey, thank you so much for taking a moment to watch this video. You're probably receiving this letter and you're probably watching this video because in some way, shape, or form, you know me already from evangelism. Maybe I came to your church and preached. Maybe you knew me while I was in the pastoral ministry in Kannapolis. Or maybe just recently you've met me or you were a part of my life growing up. Whatever the case is, thanks for watching. If you don't know me, my name is Ketron. The Lord gloriously saved me from my sin when I was 17 years old. He called me to ministry 2 weeks later, and since then I've been aspiring towards the office of a pastor, specifically as a lead pastor. For the last 7 months, the Lord has had my wife and I down here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and we've been a part of the ministry of Park Baptist Church, where I've been a pastoral resident. If you don't know what a resident is or what a residency does, this church specializes in taking young men who have had previous pastoral experience or who aspire to the office of a lead pastor, and they take them under their wing and they train them in church planting, church revitalizing, and just generally being a good, godly, faithful lead pastor. And that's where I've been for the last 7 months. And a part of the residency is also figuring out what we're to do after the residency. So what's next for my family? Well, through the last couple months, the Lord has opened a wonderful opportunity that you've probably already read about if you're watching this video on the letter, but the Lord is bringing us back to the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia, where we're both from, and I'm going to be starting this May, starting a 15-month succession track to become the lead pastor of my home church in Weyers Cave, Virginia, New Covenant Community Church. And I am so excited about this. If you don't know much of my history with NC3, that's what we call it for short, New Covenant Community Church. I grew up at this church. This is my home church. I would claim it as that. The pastor who I'm succeeding faithfully preached the gospel to me for 12 to 13 years, even when I was dead asleep in the front row and wanted nothing to do with the Lord. The Lord called me to himself. The Lord called me to ministry while at this church. I actually preached my first sermon ever when I was just 16 in that very pulpit. And so this church has been a part of my ministry opportunity. They've raised me as a gospel citizen, and now I get the sweet luxury of going back to my home turf and raising a new generation of gospel citizens by God's grace. My wife also has tremendous history with the church. Maria's dad was led to Christ back in the 1980s by this pastor that I'm going to be succeeding. My mother-in-law, Maria's mom, worked for him at Fellowship of Christian Athletes for a number of years, and Maria's second oldest sister is even named after this man. So you can tell this man and this church has had a great influence on not just me, but my wife as well. And so, again, starting this May, but we're going to be on soil there on August 1st of 2024, and 12 months after that, I'll be the senior or the lead pastor there at NC3. And so, obviously you're receiving this letter and you're watching this video because I'm asking for support. What am I asking for support for? One is I would really request that you would pray for my family. It's been many months since I've been a pastor. I know the gravity of what it means to be a pastor, only slightly just from experience that I've had before, but I already feel going back into this role and this assignment, the weightiness of what we're about to go through. Being a pastor again, and Lord willing, I'd love to be at this church the rest of my life, preaching, praying, loving, and staying with these saints as I love them to God's glory. But I would love it if you would commit to praying. That's a huge, huge request from my family. Would you just pray for us as we make this transition back to the valley? And then one more thing, if you would feel led to give in any way financially, we would greatly appreciate it. The church has the means to pay for my salary full-time once August 2025 rolls around. But for this year, and again, this isn't something I'm used to asking for, so just give me grace as I request it. For this year, the church is requesting that I fundraise some of my salary. And so I am looking to fundraise $40,000 by this August the 1st, 2024. And while this might sound like a great task, I believe that God is able to do far more abundantly than we can ask or think. And so I believe that He's going to take care of our needs. And if you'd like to be a part of that and partnering with us in the gospel ministry and giving towards this great need, I would greatly appreciate it. You can actually scan that same QR code that you're watching this video on, and you can go to a different link which will take you to a place where you're able to give towards this fundraising goal. Once again, you are not obligated or required to to give. But if, again, you know me, you've been a part of my ministry journey, or the Spirit's just prompting you to give towards this, you believe in this mission, we would greatly appreciate it. But please commit to pray for us regardless if you feel led to give financially or not. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I pray that it's been a grace to you today. I long to see you, whoever you are watching this, very soon, if the Lord wills. But I'm so excited to go back to NC3 and pastor these people for the glory of God. I look forward to talking to you soon, Lord willing. Thank you so much for watching this video.